I'm going to start with Gary, who sent in a lovely picture of him. He said, New York, what an amazing day. A really tough course. And just when you really, really needed it, the most supportive crowd that I've experienced. Hats off to New Yorkers. I took the early advice and did everything I could to negative splits, conservative pacing, more water gels than ever before. But honestly, the final 5 miles were very tough. Yeah, we did warn you that in the park it gets tough there. Lots of mind games, lots of conversations with his inner chimp. He talks, thanks Steve. Top it off, he spotted his wife and daughter in Central Park with 2 miles to go. Wobbly legs and a very emotional moment, just like in the movies. A great day to remember. And so that is you on the honours board, Gary. Congratulations and well done. Do we
Awesome.
have another one, Tomo?
Yes, keeping the New York theme going, we've got Ashley. Hi, love your show. After a little bit of advice on Sunday, I did the New York Marathon, a goal of mine for years, and was lucky to get a space. Training great. However, the race was a race of two halves, as marathons tend to be. Was doing great up to 19k, feeling strong and on target for a PB. I have asthma, and at 19k, moved over to the side to take an inhaler when I was barged and dropped and lost my puffer. Oh no. My plans then went out the window, and as the rest of the race was slowing right down and controlling breathing, and the medical tents did not have a replacement inhaler, I still finished, but nowhere near the time I wanted, and feel so bitterly disappointed and frustrated about the whole situation. How do you manage to refocus on a race that hasn't gone to plan? We can obviously address that in the
Yeah,
shakeout.
well, or we can quickly talk on it now because I think first of all, she did phenomenally, and that is why you're on the honours board here. Oh,
He.
sorry, Ashley. You are on the honours board because of how phenomenally well you dealt with that situation. Because for anybody who is asthmatic, not having your inhaler there, now I'm actually kind of shocked that the medics didn't have some form of Ventolin that they could give out on the course, but extremely well done in being able to calm down and steady your breathing well enough to be able to get through that. I think that is a phenomenal achievement. And in terms of dealing with what you think is a negative, I think you've got to draw the positives and the learnings from it. Aside from putting two inhalers, one in the other pocket, I think you've probably learned those techniques out there anyway. And so give yourself a huge pat on the back for coming through that and dealing with that. And it only bodes well for going faster in the next one.
Yeah, well done.
Really well done. Okay, the next one is also from New York, and it comes in from Lizzie Boatman, who has sent a picture as well, just back from an unforgettable trip to New York and my fourth major, and wanted to drop you a line and say thanks so much for the wonderful podcast gems over the last year. Listening to you and the brilliant guests which we have had on has been invaluable to her and her training as an older, slower runner. Well, we're all runners just the same. I've been running a long time, but there's always so much more to learn and take on. New York was a huge challenge for me, only 3 weeks after Chicago, but I did it taking on the advice of going out slowly, fueling well, and following lots of other tips from people, including yourself, who I was extremely lucky to meet in Central Park just before the marathon itself. She came along to the shakeout. So yeah, of course, that might be a little reason why you're on the honours board as well, but you did write in. And so those goodies will help you get through the next marathon, of course. And congratulations. I'm sure you don't say, but I'm sure Lizzie is on the journey to try and tick off those 6. And so that's 4 down. Only a couple more to go. I think actually you might have told me which one. I think Tokyo might be one of those. So if it is, good luck in getting into that for the next one. And huge congratulations to you as well, Lizzie.
Fantastic. Well done to all the honours board mentions. It's such a shame we have to narrow it down.
It is, but a huge well done and a huge thank you, of course, to HIGH5 for enabling us to give that high five to all of the people that we on the honours board. And if you want to add anyone to that, nominate anyone to the honours board, then the number for the WhatsApp number that you can send those into is +44 7564 747 914, or you can email them to paulusrunclub@momentobroadcast.co.uk. Or, of course, you can get in touch on socials. And don't forget, please, to send in pictures with those, because it does help when you're able to put those out on the socials as well. Those socials are at Paula's Run Club.